And welcome to the video brought to you by turbocamaro.ca. Today we're going to be digging into the archives. I want to go back to March 3rd, 2013. On that day, I installed this HID 7-inch crystal headlight conversion kit. It doesn't really actually convert anything, but it does give you these HID headlights. Now you can see here they are HID projector lenses, and you can see they have sort of tiered sort of beveled quality on the inside, and that gives them a crystal display. So not a typical OEM style display where you get the half moon. These are kind of like they almost look like sort of like projecting a crystal, like from a prism or something like that on the ground. They do an excellent job of keeping it sort of a semi-factory looking appearance because they're 7-inch round, just like the original sealed beams would be, but they are obviously significantly brighter and have a much better projection pattern than stock, but still maintain a sort of a stock look on the ground and just in appearance here. So obviously to both sides, you can see here, I actually really like the way this kit works. So like I mentioned, back in 2013 these were installed. Now this is 2016. It's actually towards the end of August 2016, and I want to show you how well these work, but I'm going to show you a bit of a stock footage. I did actually make a video back in 2013 that was not posted to the channel. It's pretty raw, very premature as far as my video skills go, so I'm going to show you some of that video, and then we're going to skip to actually seeing what these look like and what you can get for your money.
This is the N67 Camaro with a review video for an eBay HID headlight kit. This kit specifically is for my 67 Camaro. You can see other videos for the car on YouTube and probably 1,000 other places online. I post all over the place. Specifically, this car has 7-inch round seal beam headlights from the factory. Has really nice ones. Typically, other than these are just the junker $8 ones you can get at the local hardware store. This one's really dirty because of all the sanding I've done and stuff, but you get the point. 7-inch round. Those 7-inch round ones then fit into these buckets. They fit a certain way, but I only got one hand, so it fits just like that, and then that bucket then goes and fits inside here. The issue I'm going to have probably with this is that I don't think the headlights are going to fit into this because of the size of the grommet that's used on the back or the housing. Either way, this is the actual kit. When I ordered it, I didn't know specifically what brand it was. I knew I was going to be getting Duratec ballasts, but I didn't know I was getting a Type R branded headlight lamp set. So these are the high-low beam, TR868 that says, Type R halogen headlamp. All kinds of stats here. Feel free to pause the video and read it if you're really that interested. Beyond that, there's even more over here, so on and so forth, blah blah blah. The point of it is that this kit here is actually a halogen headlamp conversion kit. So that would be great if I just wanted to go direct to halogen, which is fine because it actually came with two very blue colored, like 9,000 K bulbs or whatever, that are halogen, just straight halogen, which is cool because they actually have the same 3-prong plug as the factory bulbs do, the seal beams I have. So I didn't need, if I in an emergency, if I needed to switch back to another bulb, like say my bulb burns out or both lights go or the ballast fry or something crazy happens, hopefully the factory wiring isn't shot and I'm able to switch back to the halogens real quick and use them in a pinch. So I'll keep the halogens in the trunk or whatever. Either way, this kit that I ordered came with this setup, which is 2 of the halogen housings and the halogen bulbs, and then it also came with the rest of the wiring needed to turn it into an HID setup. It comes with this controller wiring. The controller has a wire specifically that goes to power. I took it right to the battery for now. You can see it just goes right onto the actual top of the cable there. It has its separate wiring just specifically for each ballast. And you can see here's the ballast here. I'll try to give you a close-up if it focuses. Fortunately, I'm using my phone, so I can kind of get it there. It's a 35 watt anyway output ballast. I haven't tested this yet. I probably will at some point. just to see what actual kind of output I get. But either way, it comes with the 2 housings that you saw from the box. Each one has its own wiring. Now, just my observation on this wiring is that it feels lightweight. That being said, I'm surprised it's as good as it is for the $68 that I paid. And that's $68, like, no, that's including shipping. And I'm in Canada, so it's actually imported. So I'm just going to pick this up out of here. I actually think that this setup is worth more than what I paid. I've noticed is trying to mount is, you probably can't see it, but on the top of the lens here, maybe right there, you can read it. It says top, which is wonderful, but I'm going to have an issue because I don't think the headlight surrounds for this particular car will allow me to have that at dead top. It wants to be like angled off to the side, and that will throw off the whole light pattern. So it's very important that you mount them straight up and down like they're supposed to be if you're getting a projection kit. Install these, and I'll give you a heads up on what I had to do to get them in the car, and then I will show you them. Have, as I mentioned in the first video, the word top. You can see it there written at the top of the light. If that top isn't displayed outwards, then you'll have a slanted half circle display on the road, and it just will completely defeat the purpose of having the whole HIG projection setup. So the issue is that being top, when actually you put it inside the actual housing for the factory housing, it has these little notches right here. You can see there's a notch cut out in each. There's 3 of them, and there's 3 of them on the lights. There's one there and one there and one on the other side. When you actually put the notches in with the factory ones, it doesn't have top at the top. This little marker here, I put a little line on the back right there, indicates that this is where the actual thing mounts in the car. Now, the problem is, in order for me to get top, I have to actually move it like this. And that, unfortunately, isn't going to work. It has to go like this, which makes the top of the light off to the side, and I just refuse to do that. So I had to put the light into the housing, and then mark where the notches actually are to make it so that top lines up with the top of the housing, and then cut them out. Now, all I've done so far is I marked the notch there, there, and there, and then cut. It worked out to be about a thumb's distance, or a thumb's gap. Obviously doesn't look right because I'm one-handed here, but a thumb's distance there, and I just cut a slit just like that, very similar to how the first one was done. And then I'm just going to, just like they did, just push this material inward so that it makes a new notch. Mine are probably a little bigger than those, but that allows me some, a slight amount of play in there. But the chrome ring that goes on will actually mount the light tight in there anyway. So either way, that's what I've done so far to make this line up right. So this is about the best I can do for reveal. You can see here the diamond crystal pattern that it displays on the ground. It goes right from the front of the car all the way out. As you can see, extremely bright. That's that HID brightness that you're looking for. You might not be able to tell so much from this, but I can see, several hundred feet in front of me, no problem. And this is low beam. High beam is more directed directly in front of the car, slightly higher, of course. Works very, very well. So this is 3.5 years after the purchase on eBay, and definitely a very happy customer with this kit. This diamond crystal pattern may not be for everybody, but it's a very good system. Works great in an old car like this that needed a light upgrade. So if you have any questions about this, check out the YouTube comments below. Otherwise, you can get me on Facebook and Twitter as TurboCamaro67, or of course on turbocamaro.ca. Thank you for watching.